So our friend Bernard Darwin, who we've encountered a few times, wrote about West Lancs, as it's affectionately known. The West Lancashire Golf Club is decidedly one of the more venerable English golf clubs since it was founded. The course lies on a noble stretch of golfing land which is second to none, not even to the East Lothian or the country around Prestwick or Troon. High praise indeed.
Nice.
I'm sure he said something similar about Glen Eagles as well, but there you go. We'll let him off. But yeah, his name keeps cropping up, doesn't it? Bernard Darwin.
A lot of golf chat from that man.
Yeah, it seems quite a lot. Yeah, a lot coming out. So yeah, again, I'll say like previously at Ganton, I'd heard of West Lancs this time at least, but didn't really know anything about the club or the course as such because you always hear about your Birkdales, S&A,
Yeah.
Hillside to a lesser degree. You hear about Hoylake.
I mean, there's a lot of clubs clustered around that little area, right? And this is probably the lesser known of all those, I would say.
Yeah.
In fact, yeah, definitely. I'd say the other others are probably better known, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think they're out of the ones who are in the top 100 certainly. But
I mean, there are other courses.
Clubs around
absolutely.
And,
yeah.
I forgot Formby in that as well. I mean, Formby, crikey. I mean, again, the interesting thing with this whole challenge isn't just we're just going to play 100 golf courses. There's a load of other stuff comes with it, right? So learning about these golf journalists, learning about players that you didn't know. You mentioned Gary Wolstenholme in the Ganton preview.
Yeah.
These names and things. But then another thing that comes out from that is that loads of people say, and as we've been chatting to people on Instagram or whatever, and then, oh yeah, I might have a connection here, might have a connection there, whatever. Everybody to a man always goes, but I won't be able to help you at Formby. But I won't be able to help you at Formby. But I won't be able to help you at Formby because it just feels like Formby is like a full-on closed ranks.
Right.
Like you need to be ultra connected in there or just pay as much as you can pay.
Yeah.
And getting some. I mean, I might be wrong. Who knows?
Yeah, Tommy Fleetwood will sort you out. Don't worry.
Yeah. Well,
it also
actually,
is he Formby or is he Formby Hall?
Formby Hall, but obviously linked to Formby as well.
Yeah.
Years ago, I might have been able to get a link in through Tommy Fleetwood because I know through a friend of mine, the person who was his like mental conditioning coach type person during the Ryder Cup 4 years ago. It was, but they fell out. So
who your mate and his mate, or Tommy Fleetwood
and his coach,
right.
fell out. So
right.
And it wasn't. I don't think it was even a falling out. I think it was just more like
he
doesn't want to work with you anymore,
game.
And then he didn't do the ringing up to
right, let someone else do it.
Somebody else to do it, and he was like, just want to speak to him, just to say we've had a good time, great, and wish you all the best. Like,
I mean, of course you would.
No animosity.
When you're sacking someone, even if maybe not if you're sacking them, but if you, you at least say, oh, it's been a pleasure working with you.
Golfers,
all the best for the future.
Loners, losers,
absolutely,
no social skills.
Yeah,
anyway,
I'm sat amongst the middle of two. So.
It all stacks up, Jim. It all stacks up.
Avid golfers. Well, West Lancs is ranked 86th on our list. So after all of that, and one of the other facts was that it's the 9th oldest golf club in England.
It's pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah,
in England,
1873.
Is that in England?
In England, yeah. 1873 it was founded.
Right.
But yeah, it's got all this history about it and regard and whatever, and it's 86 on the list. It was a bit I was surprised by that, I suppose. But
was that the original list, and what is it now? Is it still in a similar position?
We haven't updated positions actually. We just left everything kind of where it is. But it's so low down. I mean, what else was around there? That was more
Abu Dhabi,
or
St David's. They were on that kind of neck of the woods, weren't they? Yeah.
Where was S&A?
S&A was like 98,
90,
99, something like that. It was right at the bottom, S&A.
Yeah.
So I'm expected to shoot a good score at West Lancs now because I shot a really good score at RSD and Abu Dhabi. So
you're all about
that's
the
how it's going to go.
So it is a links course, obviously.
It is a links course, yeah.
Classic links, isn't it? I think.
Right,
yeah.
The coast of Liverpool Bay. Is it Liverpool Way?
The Mersey
Yeah, it's on the other side of the
Estuary.
Mersey from-
The Mersey Estuary, is it
Mersey
called?
Estuary.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Crosby. It's right near Crosby, isn't
I
it?
mean, is it actually?
Blundellsands.
Is it in?
It's Blundellsands, is it? Yes, of course.
Is
Yes.
it Lancashire?
No, it's Merseyside.
It's
Merseyside,
Merseyside, even though it's
yeah.
called West Lancs. It is
Yeah.
Merseyside.
It's further closer to Liverpool than Birkdale and
Hillside and
Hillside and
Ainsdale.
Essendon.
I mean, it's pretty wild that there's so many courses around that little area, isn't it?
Mental, yeah.
What is that? Is that just
I think it's just the
is that
land
the
is really
land,
good, isn't
or
it?
is it the
Yeah,
fact
yeah.
that it's Liverpool and there's a docks?
Well,
like
it's
I guess-
so I maybe might know the answer to this. So West Lancs was founded from 7 members who were from Royal Liverpool. They
Okay.
decided they wanted to make another golf course because they were Scottish,
Yeah.
and they wanted to spread the Scottish national game a little bit more.
Right.
But they said a lot of it stemmed, and the popularity of golf stemmed from the fact that it was basically one of the biggest ports in the empire.
No, I mean
So-
it was the beating heart of,
And
of
rich,
Britain, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's people who had money,
Money.
who could play and be members, and most courses started off as 9 holes to see people
Yeah.
would come in and then expand into 18.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I
that's
guess
what
that would have been the perfect timing as well, wouldn't it, for that when golf course was being built around that
that's
sort of
it.
late.
And they're all clustered around there, and it's all around about that
18,
time they're all
19.
made.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that kind of little area, which is what's it called? You'd probably call it the little golden parcel of links land to play golf. It's what have we got? We've got Formby, Birkdale, West Lancs,
Hillside,
Wallasey,
SNA,
Hillside, Birkdale.
Wallasey.
That's 6.
I mean,
there
it's almost
easy.
like 10% of our top 100 list, isn't it?
It's crazy,
Within
isn't it?
a handful of miles
Yeah,
of each other.
and like I played Formby Hall. Formby Hall's a great course.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
What else is there now? Because Wallasey's just jumped in now. I think I'm missing one off there. But anyway, yeah, it's a bit, yeah. So we're quite lucky. We've got
Royal Liverpool.
Royal Liverpool, of course, the granddaddy of them all, I suppose. Yeah, Royal Liverpool. So yeah, we're very lucky that we've got them all on our doorstep, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, Merseyside didn't exist as a county until what, 1980s, was it?
Is that
That's
so?
right.
Yeah, well,
Is that so?
Greater Manchester didn't exist. It was all
Yeah.
Lancashire. It was all
Yeah,
Lancashire,
yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
it?
But I didn't realise that was same as
And
Merseyside.
actually, but
Yeah,
actually, the
Merseyside
Wirral was Cheshire
Yeah, okay.
at that particular time, and then Merseyside, Greater
So just
Manchester
Lancashire,
became-
Cheshire, and then Merseyside came out of Lancashire and
Lancashire and Cheshire, and then
Greater
Greater
Manchester
Manchester came out of Lancashire.
I did not know that.
Hmm.
Interesting. Merseyside was
Well, they all became
wasn't a county.
metropolitan areas, didn't they? When
Yeah.
they became, conurbations effectively.
Yeah.
And so the Great Manchester is a conurbation. So it's the
Ah.
almost Manchester grew to Stockport, Salford, Oldham, Rochdale, Bolton.
Right. Well, one thing we will see, and I've seen it on the flyover videos, is we'll see some misery rail trains going by just for you, Jim. So I'll take a video of them.
Garish,
Hey,
yellow,
I mean-
rattling, kind of
They had it on one of the flyovers.
haven't changed since the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, they had it on one of the whole flyovers. I was like, I'll just use a different video, lads. Don't use
Yeah,
this
use one
one.
when there's not a train coming through.
I mean, I'm surprised they had moving pictures on their website, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, 1873.
Mm.
That's
Old school, isn't it?
proper old. So they just
Yeah.
had their 150-year anniversary,
Wow.
which is crazy.
It's pretty wild, isn't it?
Yeah. But then equally, there's things that are very sort of almost modern about it. So it's got a 2-story modern clubhouse. That's Suntrap, who's kind of made it. They've got nice lounges and areas for people to overlook the golf course and enjoy a drink in the sun and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Probably views
Which
over
we
the
will.
estuary and obviously the Welsh mountains in the background. I would have thought. in the
Yeah,
distance.
and it
And
says
Blackpool Tower.
if we get a nice clear day,
Way.
because it's right near Crosby, we should hopefully get a view of Anthony Gormley's bronze statues that are scattered all over the beach. So that'd be quite nice, wouldn't it? If we can,
Yeah. If
we
the
can
golf's
get
going shit, we can just
just do
Focus
that.
on the
drink
views.
in the.
Well, it doesn't matter how the golf goes with us because it's two scores out of 4. So as
That
long
is
as Paul
true.
and Matt are doing all right, we're okay.
I'm just going to put
Oh,
my
of
feet up
course,
that
We're on
day.
easy streak. We are
Oh, this is
going
the
with
competition, isn't it?
Paul and
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah.
Tournament, sorry.
So we're a team of 4. So we're basically
Okay.
the way we've played this round. So so Paul, we've mentioned on the podcast in the early episodes, is your mate from school,
Mhm.
and Matt is Paul's kid's mate's dad, sort of thing. So it's
Yeah,
they know
something like
each other from school,
yeah.
sort of thing. And we've played SNA. We were very kindly invited
We
by
did.
Matt,
Great day out.
and that was a great day out. And
It was.
he's a great guy. And we'd sort of left, and we'd promised each other that we would play more top 100 courses together. And I think we were all determined at that point, like, let's not make it just it's a passing thing.
Yeah.
As you just say it, let's actually follow through on it, sort of thing. So
you've
we
badgered
did.
him ever since. So.
Well, Paul sent the message, actually.
He did
interestingly
actually.
enough.
I haven't heard from him for absolutely fucking months.
Yeah.
I
I think he messages me more than you now.
Does he?
Yeah.
I knew I created Monster when I first introduced them, and knew from that very moment that it was over.
We had,
I was just persona non grata.
Yoga loved this. So we had we have a normal lads Christmas day out. We always pick a place and just go for the day and get the last train home. So we went to Liverpool this time, and we were like, right, Jim, you can show us the sights and all that kind of stuff. Like, there were many sites, and Paul came and
were there any
joined
moving
us.
pictures of the sites?
There were a lot of moving pictures as well of the sites. But
let's be deleted, unfortunately.
Paul came and joined us with a couple of other Jim's pals from school, but they left, and then it was just Paul. And it's dead funny. It's like, it's one of these things, like, sort of a knowing well enough. We played quite a lot of golf together, and spent quite a lot of time with him. But obviously, he's got a lot more history with Jim. And in those situations, the only thing that happens is that you two end up start teaming up against the person that you mutually know, don't you?
Yeah.
It was just like
start ripping the shit out.
Yeah,
of Jim.
halfway through it, it was like, oh god, I'm doing that, aren't I? I'm doing that. Whatever, I'm just gonna go with it. Let's let this happen. It was great. It was good banter. So actually, it's gonna be a great round anyway. And Matt was a top guy.
He was.
Yeah.
He was.
And he's a really good golfer as well. So
Yeah.
I think Matt's playing in the Nish Invitational, and I got his handicap sent through to me.
That come through.
Okay.
And
has he been moving down since last time we played with him?
I'm gonna just tell you what Matt's handicap is.
Right, I think he's playing a 4 last time we were with him.
We got shit, I think.
Yeah, actually, what's happened? Oh, I can't find it now. But yeah, it's low single figures.
Paul sent it, didn't he?
Paul sent it, yeah. Oh, I'll find it later. But yeah, low single figures.
Yeah, I think he was playing a 4, wasn't he, last time we played with him?
And as we know, Paul's off like 11 himself, and his recovery's always good. So I think we just I might just take my slippers with me. And
yeah, fuck it. We'll just
watch. Yeah.
Is that part of the dress code though? Because obviously we were talking.
They're golf branded slippers, or they will be by the time I've moved a couple of things off for the trainers and moved them onto my slippers. That's actually a thing on the website, on the West Lancs website.
This is a
very much talk about the stuff that is allowed, so like hoodies and stuff like that, as long as it's a recognised official golf whatever. So like you can wear a hoodie, but it has to be a golf hoodie.
So top 110 counts. Yeah. This
is it. I mean, it's just golf, isn't it? Like, it's basically the definition of golf, isn't it? Yeah. So we're gonna. Well, that's the reason. That's the way we're doing it. And then what happened was Matt messaged us to say, because he's a member at SN8, obviously, and he must have just heard while he was playing or something like that, that the Open at event at West Lancs, which is a team one, is gonna happen. We need a team of 4. Do you guys want to join us? I'm like, yes, thank you very much. We will do that.
Yep.
So if anybody is looking to play top 100 course, probably a good tip is to look out for open tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty. It was like 90 quid or something. So
yeah, I think 95 pounds we paid. It's 225 to play if we wanted to per person. If we wanted to play at this time of year. And obviously the course is going to be in great nick because we're going to have it, and it's there to promote the course, isn't it? The Open, that's the whole point. The only thing you need to have is you'll need to have an official handicap for that. So again, if you're a casual golfer, that's quite easy to do because you can do it with iGolf now, as Chris has been doing. You can submit your scores on that, or if you are with a golf club, you should be able to just get on the England Golf app if you're in England, obviously, but England Golf app and log your scorecards on there and get your handicap up, so it should be no problem.
It was funny, wasn't it? Because we had a little group chat about the Nish Invitational the other day, and we were putting our handicaps in, and I put mine in at whatever it is, 10.1, and Paul instantly popped up and was like, I think you need to add a few more shots to that, because obviously last time we played at Saturday, I was absolute dog shit.
He's terrible. Still scored 96 each, right? But it was terrible.
So Paul's there going like, I mean, there's no way this kid's playing on fucking 10. Like we're gonna get absolutely hammered.
Your handicap's in that strange flux period though, isn't it? I think you need about another 4 or 5 rounds before it normalizes to
Well, I think you
something
need like
that-
20 rounds, don't you? I think I've only got like 8 rounds, 7 or 8 rounds in there, I think.
I think
Paul is uber competitive.
Is
is
he?
he?
You know.
I've never noticed that, Jim. Never noticed that. Never ever noticed that.
Always with me.
Ever.
It's like it's you with me, and then him and me.
Hates losing to
He
you,
does
doesn't
hate
he?
losing to me,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's being back at school, isn't it? That's a whole like competitive thing from school. That clearly.
Yeah, but we're not. He was very competitive, but we shared a flat when we first moved to Manchester 20 years ago, pretty much. So and he's always been massively competitive.
Does that mean he's going to be a different kettle of fish when we're playing in a tournament? Because like he was just very kind of, it was quite casual and he was relaxed and it was good crack and stuff when we played at SNA. Do you think he's going to be like a different character? Do you think me and him might just like clash heads?
Well, we're on the same team.
No, you're on the
we?
same team. Yeah,
Yeah,
as long as
it's
you
just
are
the
right.
two best scores out of our
Just
four
watch out
ball.
for the look.
Yeah.
It can kill. Sorry, mate.
I think it's gonna be like the three of us tank our tee shots and Chris is up and he does it as well. I was like, fuck's sake, Chris.
I mean, I'll be doing that anyway, to be honest. So
I reckon you'll take up all the par 3 slack.
you think?
Yeah, you'll.
That's my job for the day.
I think
Par
so.
3 wanker.
You'll clear up on the par 3s, I think. Yeah, as per usual. Yes. So, in terms of other bits of history, the only other bit of history I've got from West Lancs, which was pretty significant, it was in Lancashire, which at this time we worked out at that time would have been absolutely massive, wouldn't it, Lancashire? Because it would have contained Merseyside, it would have had Greater Manchester in it as well. The first ever ladies golf club was formed at West Lancashire Golf Club. So it got a very proud
initially
tradition.
the ladies golf club then, was it? West Lancs.
No. It was.
No.
It's in
So it started off as a men's.
1873, yeah, and then after that,
Oh, sorry, that was after, right?
they formed the first ladies club, but it was very early on, so I think it was quite forward thinking
Okay.
in that respect. And they do say actually, as well as part of their history, that they have always been a very friendly, inclusive golf club. So that's their whole kind of, like a friendly vibe about it.
I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? Because they're all competing against each other, all those clubs, aren't they? So it's very interesting to see how. Because I mean, ultimately, those top ones, right? They are not particularly inclusive and not particularly welcoming, I would say, to visitors. Really,
some of the best club courses in the world, aren't they? Like,
Formby,
Hoylake,
yeah,
Birkdale, SNA.
But then those other ones kind of in and around it, the SNAs and the West Lancs have got to really kind of compete, haven't they? They're on the same stretch of land that they're maybe not quite at that level in terms of elite course.
Yeah,
they've got to offer something else, haven't they?
Yeah, really, I must say the as much as the bad day the pro was having at SNA, that probably tainted it a little bit for us, was the members were great.
Yeah.
Very friendly. Everyone was saying hello, and there was no didn't feel like there was any snootiness about it. So yeah, I mean, that's how you compete, don't you? Be friendly and welcoming and get visitors in. And that was. I will bring. I mean, this is genius. There's no. They've not. This isn't like they're trying to be arsey. It's just the way it was phrased is just absolutely fucking hilarious. So it's gone. West Lancs prides itself on being a welcoming, inclusive golf club, as long as you have a handicap, which I thought was quite funny. It's like for visitors coming and playing. So I think their whole thing is that as long as you're a competent golfer, because it'll be a toughish course, we welcome you with open arms and all that kind of thing. So actually, I'm really looking forward to
I think that'll be a great day.
I think it will be.
I'm looking forward to playing with the boys
Middle
again.
of summer.
And
it's going to be amazing, isn't it? Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? And R2 scores don't have to count either, so even better than that, Mildred.
Ideal.
Yeah. Do you know anything else about West Lancs, either of you two?
Never hosted the Ryder Cup.
It hasn't hosted a Ryder Cup. You're quite right. It has 18 holes of golf. Championship golf, 18 holes, yeah.
Final Open qualifier, we already said that? I can't remember.
Yeah, we hadn't said that actually. Yeah. Final qualifying venue for the Open, 2023 through to 2026.
Yeah.
It's got a full driving range of 300 yards, Chris. So
Sweet.
you can have a good practice. The one of the things that came up in research was
But yeah, it's where Matthew Jordan qualified there, didn't he? Before he
Matthew
went
Jordan did
on to
qualify from there.
finish. Where did he finish? Like
10th.
tenth
He
in
finished
the
10th.
at Hoy Lake.
At Hoy Lake, yeah.
So it's this kind of neck of the woods, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's yeah, it just seems like it's going to be a nice place to go and play golf. I
Yeah,
think.
no, I'm just looking forward to it as a day out, really. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's unique apparently as well. Sorry, it's not unique. There's very limited number of links courses that do a loop of 9 where the ninth hole comes back towards
Yeah.
the clubhouse, then another loop of 9.
Mm.
And the reason for that is that usually you're dealing in a very narrow parcel of land, as we found out at Abu Dhabi. We were looking at that bit of land, and like
yeah.
how have they squeezed the golf course into that area?
I actually can't fit a golf ball down there.
Yeah. And the practice area as well. Said that was even more bonkers, really, when you think about that setup there, because they had 3 fairways, didn't they?
Yeah. Well,
And
yeah,
then
one
the
of them being the practice
area.
ground. Well, it's
And
2
it-
fairways.
Was,
Oh yeah,
was it 2?
yeah.
Was it 3? No, it was 2, wasn't it?
Yeah.
18, the first and the 18th.
Yeah.
And then the practice ground.
Yeah.
And in a very narrow spit of land. Yeah. Oh well, let's not dwell on that. But yeah, it's so it's got that kind of, and so there's a nice halfway hut and all that kind of stuff. So we've I mean, I don't think it's going to be the telephones to ring the order up or anything like that, but you can apparently ring up the morning to pre-order your food if you like.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, just used to a phone box now.
Yeah.
Just used to standing up there with a menu and just going, hey, hello, yeah. Yeah. So I think that kind of, covers kind of the historical element. It's a very historical club because it goes back such a long time, and obviously very few clubs have celebrated 150 years.
Yeah, well, I guess only another
8 in England.
8 or 9.
yeah, another 8 in England. But I mean, what's Scotland? Some of them are getting on to like 400 years, 500 years, aren't they? But one of the things that I picked up from, and it's a podcast that I know a lot of people do listen to, is the Cookie Jar podcast, Cookie Jar Golf. So they say in a lot of it that all the green complexes are elevated from the surrounding links land, so it makes a real feature of getting up to the green, which I'd be interested to see how that works out, because I couldn't really see that.
Basically means you're also going to fucking run off the green. any errant shots, you're going to lose down those little runoffs.
I couldn't figure out if it was bunker heavy or not from the flyovers. I didn't really take that in, didn't absorb that information.
Well, it's strange that they say in the signature hole there's no bunkers around the green.
And what is the signature hole? Might as well do
It's
that now.
called the bar.
The bar.
It's a while since we've had a named signature hole, isn't it?
They did have them at Glen Eagles.
We did, but we just
King's
didn't.
Hame and
Oh yeah,
King's
King's
Well, they had them
Hame.
at SNA as well, didn't they?
Yes.
Was,
so the bar is a par 4. It's a hole 13. The bar.
Unlucky for some.
Unlucky for some.
Mostly
I
niche.
feel like we've had a 13th before. Was that at Royal St David's? Was that a 13th?
Possibly, yeah.
We don't talk about that.
I mean, that really was. If that was a 13th, then yeah, it doesn't bode well for what's to come.
That was disastrous. But I feel all 3 of us we played that so badly. That hole. There wasn't really anything to it either, really, was there? You could just knock an iron up and then play it up. It was just.
Yeah, it was an embarrassment to the podcast that day.
It was. Yeah. That was the first full day of filming a signature hole as well. Yeah. Anyway, it's burnt on our memories now, isn't it? That's why you do this sort of thing, though, isn't it?
So you can play really shit golf on film.
Yeah. That's exactly why you do it. But they also say on the Cookie Jar Golf podcast that the back 9 is supposed to be absolutely brilliant, like really exhilarating.
Exhilarating. Wow, has it got like rides and stuff?
It's close to Southport, Pleasureland, I think it's called.
Yeah. Is that the one with the mousetrap?
No idea.
Matt seems like a pretty unflappable character. We'll see how exhilarated he feels at the back 9. I think that'll be our barometer for whether it's exhilarating or not.
He'll be like the little man at a mousetrap.
When he stops speaking to you, he's walking 50 yards ahead of you.
You know you're in trouble.
He's got a great swing, Matt. I remember that from last time. Really. I mean, he must do obviously because he's got a very low handicap. But interesting to see if do we get brought do we drag them down to our level, or do we get pulled up to?
Yeah, I'm really interested to see what happens to me on a competition day.
Because this is full on proper. It's live leaderboards they've got.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they're going to do that, but people could actually. on this one, because it's the open competition for West Lancs itself, on the day of the competition, you can follow our progress on the live leaderboard.
Boom.
It will be on their website.
Oh, okay.
That's interesting, isn't it?
So be a podcast of me watching you going.
Yeah, I think you should do a live reaction.
That's Jim's productivity.
You are
reduced.
not going to believe what's just happened.
So what day's that?
That is on a
Thursday.
Thursday. It's
Yeah.
Thursday the 17th. It is.
July. Okay.
Yes. So yeah,
Put it
it'll
in
be
the diary,
interesting.
folks.
I know. You can follow along, so you can see how Matt and Paul are dragging us along. Oh, they just picked up again. Oh, they just
Or they
picked up
just
again.
disintegrate because it's different competition.
Well, I mean,
How do you
this
have a
is-
live leaderboard?
Have you
How do you
outside
put
them?
your scores in? You have to put it on an app. or
There must be
something.
an app. That
Or
they
do you have scorers?
or maybe they have scorers on each hole. You never know. I mean, they're open, isn't it? And it's
Yeah.
it's a pretty celebrated club, so they might have a system for do. Do you know what? I don't know. Matt can sort all that out. Yeah. I still remember that conversation actually at SNA. So what are you playing off? Oh, I don't know. I mean, it could be 12, it could be 24, it could be 36.
I'm playing off a tee.
How do you not know what your rough hand? And then when he gave him a number, I was like, oh, I don't think it's even. That's right, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So the signature hole is the 13th.
Yeah.
So we'll do our normal match play on that. Have you considered what you would like to give us as a side bet, James?
I think, given who we're playing with,
Mm-hmm.
there should be something about winding Paul up.
We've got to tie one of those snakes to his.
There should be some sort of
belt.
some sort of challenge that we've got to, yeah. Although he might be listening to this,
Maybe
so
tells fuck off.
I'll tell you something.
fuck off.
I reckon because it's competitive.
I think we're gonna get serious.
I
Paul.
think if you tried to mess with him, I think we'd get sharp
decked.
shrift from that. I think he'd deck us, yeah. I think he'd actually genuinely, if you tried to put him off with something, he would not be happy with that.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he'd be like, this is serious competition.
Is he
like,
going to be taking it seriously?
Yeah, like, this is serious
Okay.
competition. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Why are you messing around with me like this?
Okay.
You know, and we're on the same team. Like, what's wrong with you? What is wrong with you?
I mean, I'm sitting here like I'm not going to be taking it seriously.
I'm
I'm going to be absolutely fucking on one. I'm going to be way worse than him probably.
I'm on easy street on this because, like, surely one of the other three are going to score decently. And, like, I just like whatever. And this might be one of those. I said in the Ganton preview, same thing. Is like maybe this is the round that I just go. I'm not putting a scorecard. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to enjoy the round.
You kind of have to when you're playing in a competition.
Well, doing that, yes, but somebody else can do that for me. Just I got 4, whatever, and just not let it be a thing to worry about.
This is
I do not think
I
you've
don't
got
know,
that in
do
you.
you know?
I don't think there's many people that have got that.
I enjoyed that. I did enjoy that at Ready Fair actually. Just going free and easy. I
But
mean,
I
I was
think-
even like stood in the 16th going. I'm going to try and drive the green here.
I think there's a balance though, isn't there? Because I think if you're just going at it so nonchalantly, you're not going to score well. Like there's got to be a balance between wanting it too much and not wanting it enough.
I
You've
think
got
you
to
just
be.
relax.
There's a sweet spot in the middle.
I think if you
where
don't care about your score, you probably relax into it and you just go.
Just swing through the
I don't
ball.
think so. No, I think you've got to be when you're playing golf, you've got to be switched on, right?
You
You've got to
have
be
to, yeah.
thinking. So if you're just going around uber casually, I don't think you're going to score as well as you could.
I think it depends. I think it depends how you're approaching it. Because do you go casual in terms of everything just leaves your mind while you're walking between shots and you just concentrate on your shot, and then you go.
I mean, that's
if I hit a good shot,
that's
I'm
focus, right?
Yeah.
I'd say.
But if you're like fretting and stressing in
Yeah.
the middle,
I mean,
then
that's-
negative.
Yeah, but I think, like I say, if you're
Because I didn't hit an errant shot after that. I was so good. I even hit the electric overhead power cables, which I was aiming for. But yeah, I was like, as soon as I just went, I'm not putting a card in. I'm not bothered. It was just like everyone was ping, 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 ping. Everything was flying. It was great. Very liberating. It's difficult though, isn't it? Because like your watch is just badgering you for a score during the whole thing. Like, come on, put your score in. Like,
Throw it in the river.
yeah, Garmin. Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah.
great products. Any freebies, then the
Yeah.
well.
Listen, I'll take another free shit watch. No problem. It's fine. Other people seem to like them. So, yeah. What are you saying then? Side bet.
Whoever beats Paul on the most holes.
Good one.
Interesting. Can I tell him that this is the side bet?
Yeah.
Or do we leave it and then?
It's up to you. I'm not going to be there. I'm not
Okay.
Gonna, I will speak to him obviously
Question
beforehand, but
for you.
yeah.
You
Or I can
should.
speak to him and put it.
I was going to say, so you should know him well enough. Is pre-knowledge of this competition gonna ruin it for him, or is it gonna spur him on?
Yeah, because ultimately we want to win, right, as a team.
Well, also, I don't want him to not enjoy himself because
If we win, I don't care if he enjoys himself.
I think he's been playing enough golf in the last several years to have confidence in his own ability. Actually, now
he should have. He's a very good golfer.
Quite
Yeah, he should have. He's a competent
He's
golfer.
improved, quite considerably.
And 11
He's had
handicap
enough. He's
is.
had enough fucking practice. Sorry for crashing you into Vicky, but she's at work whilst you're meant to be at work.
Make sure you send her this.
I mean, he's
episode.
working on something.
Yeah, his handicap, reducing it.
Yeah.
No, he's very competitive, so I think it will spur him on certainly, and I'll probably make him best not to tell him until afterwards, maybe.
I think you should tell him, afterwards. Because the reason I say that is remember at SNA when
he started bottling it, didn't he?
Started bottling it, didn't he? Yeah.
Forgot
Like
about
it
that.
got to the point where we were just like,
Yeah.
we're like 4 up with 5 to play. This is easy street, Paul. We got this in the bag.
Yeah.
I obviously started tanking at that point anyway. My back nine was horrific, but
he went to shit, didn't he?
I couldn't. I was relying on Paul dragging us through, and he was nowhere to be seen.
Wow.
So I don't want it to crumble. I don't want it to crumble because I'm relying on 2 people in our group to get a good score, so my score doesn't matter.
Although it's kind of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Because if he plays badly, then it's easy for us to beat him. So it doesn't really matter if he plays badly because that's effectively spur us on.
I think in terms of the overall competition, I mean, I would rather beat Paul than I would.
Rather we win.
But that's just our relationship that we've had over like the last 30 years.
Yeah, I feel like you've let that taint your choice of side bet.
Because I like that side bet though.
Well,
I think
I
it's
sort of
a
do.
spicy one.
But you know, we are supposed to be on the same team, working as a 4. So
yeah, well, if you don't tell him, it's fine then, isn't it?
Yeah, so I think if we don't tell him, and then at the end we're like.
But ultimately,
Totally
the nature of playing in those teams, though, is that you're playing as a team, but you're not really playing as a team. You're playing as 4 individuals who all want to win. So,
but you just
well,
have
you
to be
want every goal to count.
there is always a little bit
Everybody
of
wants their
animosity
score to
between those
count.
4 for sure. Like,
you're thinking, oh yeah, well done.
yeah, if someone's having an absolute,
I've never played on anything
shocker,
like this, where it's like.
I mean, it is annoying if you're playing well and someone else is having an absolute shocker. It is annoying if if they don't contribute at all throughout the day. They contribute like 1 hole.
I think the standard that the 3 of us are at. I'll probably say everybody will contribute something.
I think so. Yeah, I actually think we'll be a really good team.
Yeah, because Matt's really good.
but the thing is, you get one decent low handicapper who's going to score, who's going to
do the bulk.
Yeah, who's going to carry us.
His
for the pars,
his job is to do the par 4s basically.
Well, he's basically if he can make pars, if he can get
if he just pars the whole
2
thing,
pointers.
that's we're good everywhere, aren't we? Then everybody else can.
Yeah,
and we can come and smash a load of birdies and eagles.
I feel like it's always been quite nice knowing that you get into one particular shot or whatever, and that's a good side bet. So it's like longest drive somewhere.
I like this. I think this is one of my favourite side bets so far.
What, trying to beat Paul?
Yeah, I like it.
He's not competitive, is he? Can you imagine? I think there's potential. Me and Matt have to be peacekeepers here.
There's definitely potential for fireworks, isn't there? I think on that
2
day.
fucking teammates leathering the shit out of each other on a golf course.
He's not a fighter.
In a competition.
He used to be.
In a competition that makes no fucking difference to anything. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Jesus, I thought you're better than this. That kind of things. Yeah.
So it's
right.
Cumbria versus Merseyside.
So
we all know who wins that fight.
So what we're saying then, we're saying we've. Right, just clarify what the side bet is again.
The side bet is out of whoever beats Paul
is the winner
on the most holes.
In the most holes.
What if neither of us beat Paul? The person who's closest to
and
Paul's
we both
score.
lose.
Yeah,
there's a tie.
You've got to beat Paul.
The side bet's
it's all or nothing,
tie.
basically.
So what you're saying is, yeah, okay, right, yeah, all or nothing.
Yeah.
You beat Paul or you don't.
Yeah, you're gonna beat him at least 1 hole. Come on.
Yeah, but it's over. We're saying overall, aren't we? Overall scoring lower than Paul net.
No. Just on each hole. Per hole, so the number of holes.
Oh, we're doing a
Basically
match
hole,
play
basically
against
like a match
him.
play
Match
against
play against
Paul.
Paul.
Yeah.
Score.
Yeah.
Or we can't tell him that then because that's too. That's a bit actually a bit harsh on him. We'll tell him that. We'll do that later and say, right, we've got to tot up now what our match play against you was for our side bet. But we didn't tell you that before because we're good teammates, Paul, and we didn't want to ruin your enjoyment of your round of golf. Mates from school, eh? Mates from school. Oh, I absolutely love it. But yeah, it'll be a cracking day. Actually, yeah, mid-July on the coast.
Yeah.
You are in England. It'd be pissing.
And it is the Merseyside coast.
Great. We're just gonna we'll do our and that will
No,
be
we're having a good summer this year. We're having a good.
that
summer.
will be course number 10 as well.
Nice.
Okay.
That
Feels
like a
like
bit of a
hitting double figures is a bit of a milestone,
it's a bit of a
isn't
milestone, isn't
Within
Yeah.
the year as well, and with
Within a
quite
within
few
a
more to
calendar
play this
year,
Yeah.
correct? Yeah, within a 12-month period, we'll have. In fact, it'll be 10 within. Yeah, because I think we played.
When was
We
Silith?
played
September?
Silith in
was
August.
Was it August?
It was August, yeah, it was back
and
end
I
of
think
August,
we're
wasn't it?
gonna play.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna play. Oh, actually, no, we'll play the Scottish courses before.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think
right.
that's
So we get to 13,
somebody to yeah.
12 or 13, depends how Trump goes.
Yeah.
We get to 12 or 13 before we hit the 12-month. That's good. That's a good milestone. That. Yeah. Yeah, I think hitting double figures feels big. Like, feels serious to me
It
at
does,
that
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Like I keep.
It also feels, oh fucking shit, we've got a long way to go. But
Yeah, like
we can't stop now.
it sounds
Not that you want to.
it
not
sounds
that
like a
you
lot,
don't
doesn't it?
adapt.
But then you get like, well, we've got 90 to play.
I focus on that we played
Shit,
10.
that's a
We've
lot.
hit double figures.
yeah.
Yeah. When you say you got 90 still to go.
I mean, it's like we were talking about it, like this, like it's a chore that we've got to go and do with under 90. Like it's an absolute privilege being able to go and do these things, isn't it? It's
Maybe we'll revisit that phrase when we hit the 80s. Do
you think so? Yeah.
Oh God, we just can't
Hit the
get over
grind.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna hit a little sticky patch at some point where it becomes. I don't think it'll become a chore,
Oh no.
but where
It's just going to become
it's
harder,
like
right? To get onto some of these
logistically-
places. Yeah.
Well, I think it all depends on where you're going to travel.
Yeah, I think that's right. It's the logistics, isn't it?
It is absolutely logistics
Yeah.
because you've done quite a few, or will have done quite a few in the locality or
Yeah.
Wales, and you've done a couple.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi and Royal St David's in a weekend. You've done the 2 Glen Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when it's right, we've got to travel 4 hours now rather than
Yeah. We're
2
gonna get
hours over to Ganton or
We're gonna
get the ferry
an
to the
hour
Isle of
over
Man.
to yeah.
Well, I mean, the other balance we've
You
got
have
to
fly. I think if you can.
Yeah.
we've got
We've
to
got to
do
be at
another
clubs,
balance here
yeah.
as well because we ought to do a completely shameless plug for our society as well. So the Top 110 Tour Society has its first event booked in. Like we're good to go. We're playing Hollingwell. We're playing on the 26th of September. And they've been very, very, very kind in dealing with us and absolutely fantastic. But then also the pressure then becomes we've got people who haven't played as many courses as we have already, and we probably want to try and keep their travel to an absolute minimum as we can. So we want to try and keep the ones that are near us probably saved for saved for that because most people are just by nature of it because of who we know they're based around us. So trying to make so that kind of throws another little fly in the ointment, doesn't it? So maybe do some of the far flung ones, but actually it feels now we've done one proper like big one, haven't we? We're doing Glen Eagle. That's 4.5 hours up driving. We've done a 3.5 hours going down to Woodall. So yeah, kind of. Don't really know. I think the big ones are going to be when we hit like St. St. Enodoc.
An island next year.
Ireland. Yeah, I think we need to do Ireland next year. That's a big one.
Yeah.
So if anybody's in Ireland who's listening who wants to play golf with us, please send us a message.
So Royal Dublin is now up in the top 100.
Royal Dublin is in the top 100.
Yeah. We know somebody who might be able to get you on.
Ah, is that IP?
Mm.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Right, gents. I think that's a bit of a rambling
meandering preview of
West Lancs. Yeah, I think we've sort of said it. It's the course on the club is very historic, but it's got I feel like it's got a different vibe to it than some of the real.
Don't say that whilst you're there. It's got a really nice vibe.
Well, it's
not in Blundell.
Some of the established big hitters, that everyone's heard of. They probably just exude a bit of different kind of atmosphere around them. Just everything comes across a little bit friendlier. It seems anyway. And then we rock up, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, okay, thank you.
Cheers, guys.